Yeah, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people here. It's really, like, usually around 5. Maybe they've been, like, the subway hasn't come for a little bit.
Trying to get the conversation behind. It's interesting. Yeah, first time down in the NYC subway system was pretty sweet. I got a bit of tingling in my tummy every time I got near the edge because scenes from Speed and The Matrix were in my head, and I always got the feeling someone was going to push me in or I'd slip on a used condom or somebody's tooth or something.
Oh, I did.
Tape in. Alright, so our first stop was Grand Central Station. It was a pretty big place and had lots of people in it. Now this place reminded me of the movie Unbreakable. I was waiting for Bruce Willis to show up and choke somebody out. Times Square, bitches! It was amazing all the TVs and ads that were on the outside of all the buildings. I've decided that if I ever want to become a legend, that I should find some girl who's a total freak, then hide my camera and record us getting it on all nasty-like. Now see, the trick here would be to look directly at the camera and make faces and wink and whatnot while she wasn't looking. Then edit that tape up and somehow get a job with the people that decide what goes on those TVs. And then put my video up on all the buildings. People will all be saying, "Oh my God, is that Smola? I think I've seen him on YouTube. I don't know, but I think that's Smola. Oh, he's totally putting it to her. Oh my God, I didn't know he could go like that. He's freaking crazy. That guy's crazy. I'm going to subscribe to all of his videos." Fired, of course. Arrested, most definitely. Living legend, you better damn well believe it. We ended up getting some lunch at some fresh deli and market while I changed tapes. Then we were off to St. Patrick's Cathedral. I'm not a huge religious guy, so I'd never heard of it, but the place was huge. Something struck me as odd, though, and that was just that they had the doors open and allowed people off the street to just come in and look around and take pictures and stuff. I mean, a church, to me, is supposed to be a holy, sacred place. Allowing people with their dirty shoes and their heaving, sweaty bodies to come in and muck the place up seems a bit sacrilegious. But maybe that's just me. I actually took this footage sitting on the third to last pew in the church. After I was done, I was so tired from walking around all day that I put my head down and tried to snooze a bit. Sarah and Leslie came over and thought I was praying. Ha ha! Aha! Man, I totally wanted to rock those pipes, though. Would have gotten chopsticks going for everybody. Ha, yeah, alright. I just had a stunning discovery this weekend. Maybe fat people have to wear their pants tight and look real gross because this weekend we walked around so much, I sweat so much in the ball region that I chafed the legs. So it's really uncomfortable, and if you just keep walking on it, it gets worse. So even infinite amounts of baby powder couldn't fix this issue. I did what I could, and I'm hoping that they seem to have healed a little bit. We took a car yesterday night. Well, like I said, I never took the cam out at night, but that night we took some nice little scenery shots for the girls to post in their live journals in MySpace. On the way home, I saw this awesome mural for Tom York's The Eraser, and just had to have my picture taken in front of it. The next day, we were headed for Coney Island. Once we got off the subway, I saw some posters put up for Tom York's album again, and decided to make it a tradition to get my picture taken in front of him. Coney Island's charm lies in the garbage lining the street, the trashy people pissing in the ocean, and of course, the original Nathan's hot dogs. Unfortunately, Leslie and I were the only ones who swam for any extended amount of time. Attempts to make out were once again smothered. Oh yeah, this is Colin. He was somewhat of a tour guide because half the time Sarah didn't know what the hell she was doing. It was nice to have him along mainly because he knew how to handle Sarah, and I took great pleasure in seeing him win argument after argument after argument. Once again, Colin, thanks, buddy. It started to thunder, so we were evacuated from the beach and decided to sit and wait it out under some crappy shelter. While we were waiting for the rain to stop, some weird guy tried to start conversation, and when we really didn't offer anything to the little chit-chat, he lost interest and yelled, "All right, who's got the weed? Mescaline? Anything?" Then mumbled, "Shit, anything, really," under his breath and limped back out to Coney Island. Sorry, no pics of him. He may have stolen our equipment and sold them to get his fix. Or fixes. When it finished raining, we decided to eat some Nathan's, then head back to Brooklyn. I lost both my socks on the way home. That night, we hung out at this place called Vinyl. It was a cool-looking place and seemed to be the place for gay blind dates. Several couples across the way seemed to be getting to know each other, and I found myself watching as if it was some gay soap opera called The Tossed Salad of Our Lives. Something else interesting about the place was that it had celebrity bathrooms. You could have pooped with Nelly if you wanted. I forget the other people. We spent too much time there and ended up missing the open bar for that night. Sarah had major poopy pants.
Say something cute.
Trying to find a girl who will lick my butt tonight. It was Saturday, my day to go meet an old friend I worked with at a Chinese buffet while I was in school. He is authentically Chinese. I'm not. This is a map of New York City subway system. Sarah lives in Brooklyn, about here. My friend Tony lives in Queens, up here. I was told it was an hour ride, and Sarah and Leslie were whining about how long it would take and what a huge chunk of their day it would take up, so I just told them not to worry about it. And since we had been jumping turnstiles all weekend, I decided to actually buy a subway card. Going 3 at a time is fun until you get caught, like Sarah and Leslie. And then, I was off. I'm on my way to Queens, and I'm gonna be there shortly and have some real Chinese food with my Chinese buddy. You will see him. And I better put this away so nobody doesn't feel sad that they're not a star on my personal movie. It's a good script. Real. As soon as I was off the subway, I called Tony and told him where I was. Since I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do, we agreed I should just wait there. So I did. As I stood there, I took notice of all the people who were walking by. It seemed that a person from every nationality lived in Queens. The diversity was so unreal that I couldn't help but stare. I thought, these people came to America because they see opportunity here. They have so much hope in them. I was moved somewhat, even if I created that fiction in my head. I was really looking forward to seeing what Tony looked like. His wife was pregnant with their second child, and I figured she'd be pretty big by now. It had been such a long time since I had seen the both of them. The only thing I was thinking after a while was hearing Tony's laugh. You'll hear why. And with the passing of a taxi, there they were. Oh, hey, how are you guys doing? They got a what? No, they decided it was too far. They said it was too far for them. Yeah. They said they feel weird, you know. Wow. They don't know you guys. Oh, it's good. I take a picture. You got first. You think I got that? You got strong. That chanting was kind of relaxing, but I felt weird filming them, so we decided to go. I saw 3 stories worth of businesses stacked on top of each other. I just had to film it. It was crazy. Then we headed to a market. The place smelled really fresh and was really busy. I wanted to hit on this girl who was buying fish, but I couldn't decide if the smell was the fish or her.